because in cold temperatures, although it feels nice and warm in here, there's stratified layers of colder air, and the lithium batteries don't like it. So, also take a bottle of water and put it in my sleeping bag so it's not frozen in the morning. You can actually see the ice. Yeah, like this thing is already frozen, it's sitting down by the ground. So I'll throw that in here so it is a liquid in the morning. And turn the light up there, and we'll see you guys in the morning. What's happening? There we go. Okay, just night light. Night light. Perfect. Good morning. That was awesome. This heater is so powerful that even without a sleeping pad right on the snow, one side would get too warm, I'd have to roll over. The other side would get too warm, and my toes stayed nice and warm. So the hard part's over because tonight is going to be warmer than last night was. So I'm laughing. This is going to be easy. Aside from trying to sit on this thing all day, I'm going to have to replace this because these little tiny legs sink right through into the snow, and no back support. Gets a little old after a few hours. Yesterday, before I had the sleeping bag set up, I was sitting on the sleeping bag when it was still in the container, and that's not an option today. So down the road, there's a handful of stores, and I can get my fresh baked bread. I can hopefully find something different. I'm thinking like a little kid's folding camp chair, because that would fit in here nicely, as long as I fit in the folding chair for a kid. But it's got longer legs and should do the job. I gotta get my fresh baked buns for dinner tonight, and I'm gonna find a restroom because I don't want to destroy the woods here. It's a beautiful city park, and I didn't bring any bags to pick up after myself. So let's pick up here and hit the road. Definitely feels a lot more obvious in the daytime. There's a truck backing in. I think he made eye contact with me. That's the way it seems anyhow. I'm probably being a little paranoid, as usual. But, yeah, I just don't want that knock at the tent door in the middle of the night. So, as I move a little farther away, yeah, it's a little obvious. We'll see what it looks like from the road in the daytime. You can see it if you look. I think most people will just be walking their dog down this little dog walking path and not too concerned about what's in the woods. The only one that's going to know I'm there is the dog they're walking, because they can smell that dinner from last night. Yum. Okay, got everything we need. I found a little kid's camping chair. Unfortunately, it's decorated with Paw Patrol, but that's all they had. And when I got into the back of the car, I discovered this. That's how cold it was. Yikes. Yeah, not what you want to see in a rental car. But it was just club soda. Thankfully, nothing sticky like pop. But it's cold. Trying to get back to the woods. Move the bed out of the way, and see if this thing will support my weight. Certainly colorful. That's better than that little tripod. Probably stronger too. And, well, how about that? A little snug, but got some back support. Awesome. Oh, the joys of stealth camping. It's been a little boring today. Just kind of sitting here trying to not be seen. Still a bunch of people working across the road there. And I kind of keep an eye on them. Nobody's been really parking along the road there. So that's all right. And heater's going. I think it's a little warmer out today for sure. I have to pull out that thermometer, see what it's reading. But I'm nice and cozy. Made some phone calls and just kind of sitting around waiting for things to get a little darker and people to go home. So, you know what to do in the meantime, right? Yeah. There we go. Hiding in the woods, drinking a beer. Reminds me of being a teenager. Different times back then. Drive-thrus had one lane. TVs were square. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was asking people whether or not they could smell what he was cooking. Simpler times. Seems like everyone's gone home from those construction sites over there. And it is really warming up. I only have this on half power. And I could take the jacket off right now. But first things first. Food. I'm going to cook up some Johnsonville smoked brats. So, I do that on this. Right on the top there. That'll be just fine. Alright. Got myself fresh baked buns, which is the #1 priority for this type of a thing. This one, nice but the plumpest. Okay. So, put on my Dijon mustard because I've grown fond of this lately. When I was a kid, Dijon mustard tasted almost poisonous, and now I just can't get enough of it. Like horseradish. Oh, yes. Yum. Oh. Oh, that's a problem. As long as that holds up, I'm oh boy, wow. Come on. Really? Hold on. Just gonna try and fix this light here, and maybe it'll want to work. This is how it ends. Great. Come on. I put fresh batteries in here. Oh, I grabbed a couple of other flashlights that are running out of battery. I'm not sure what's wrong with this one. I just put new batteries in it, and this is the one I used in the cave, and it ran all night, no problem. So, very curious to what's going on there. But, okay. Load this up with an inappropriate amount of Dijon. It's just so good. And, of course, it's been a few weeks since I've actually had a full video where I can do the beer donations, and this is happening right now. Thank you to all the folks that have donated to the beer donations. And it's probably a long list because it's been a few weeks. There are going to be Valentine's wishes in there, birthday wishes that are probably late, unfortunately. But, I do what I can. And I hate putting the shout-outs like this on a video that's me doing a house update. So they always end up on like a full camping video. And with that said, I am kicking around the idea of getting rid of the beer donations. I'm thinking either a Patreon aspect or just getting rid of it altogether. The beer donations started organically at the beginning of the channel. Somebody had wanted to donate a beer, and I said absolutely, and I thanked them. And then more people donated, and I thanked them. And I pretty well just thank people for the beer donations, but I don't want to come across as panhandling for donations. So I'm probably going to switch to a Patreon where people can get extra benefits or behind the scenes stuff, instead of just like a little name scrolling up. And I know it's tricky with the channel. A lot of people do those sponsorships where, welcome to Camping with Steve, and today we're sponsored by Campbell's Chunky Soup. But we don't do that. We're just kind of sponsored like BBS by viewers like you. And it's, I don't know. Okay, definitely time to get to bed because we're running out of our visible light here with the flashlights. This other one, I used it in the cave and it worked like all night and did great. It's an energizer and does not want to seem to do anything, even with fresh batteries. So, something to remember. This little chair, though, did fantastic. It's only rated for 80 pounds, and I'm a little more than 80 pounds. So, I think that rating is based on 80-pound dynamic load and not an 80-pound static load. So, that's great. It did a very excellent job. Thank you all for watching. If you, for some reason, like these things, please consider subscribing. I know this is not my ideal video because it gets a little boring after a couple of days sitting in a little 5x5 cube. However, oh boy, this would be an interesting sleep night. It's the ground is, a compound angle, is what you call it, I guess. Well, good morning. That was downright pleasurable. The ground was a little hard because I didn't bring my sleeping pad through negligence. But, I made it. That was not a problem. This little chair actually survived. My weight load did not destroy it. So that's good. I'll save this for the future if I have to camp in here or if I have a child. I'll just hand this down. So, pack up here. It's around 9:30 in the morning. I had an actually good little bit to sleep in here this morning. It was fantastic. There's a little snow falling right now, so that'll cover my tracks, so to speak, and literally, which is awesome. Yeah, it was an all-around success. I would say this little thing in a proper situation like this, proper location, does just a fantastic job. And it's cramped quarters, but it's doable, right? I've uh, I've slept in worse. It beats no shelter at all. I didn't leave the heater on full blast last night, but I did turn it on full blast about the middle of the night to try and burn off this propane so that it's less to carry out of the woods. And I'm still running it here. I don't know what's left in the cylinder up there, but judging by the frost on it, we still got a third of a propane cylinder left in there. So that's fairly impressive for doing 2 days of running this thing pretty well all the time. Well, I'm going to start taking loads out to the car. And first things first, I'm going to bring that old broken buddy heater and backpack, and we'll just make 3 or 4 trips and we should have it all in there. If I didn't have to get that extra heater, I could have done this in 2 trips and we'd be out of here. But no, got to do 2 more. No. Well, if this thing packs up nice and easy, it fits right back in that bag, I'll be so happy. Well, I won't complain about that. Oh yeah. Look how much that bike here melted through the snow, right down to the ground.